We're gonna play the same song, the Scarborough Fair song that I showed you yesterday, in different arrangement because some people are telling me, how can I play a song by ear and find the right harmonies in the left hand? So the first thing, of course, is to sing the song itself and to find it on the keyboard. So let's say I'm in A minor natural or A Dorian with an F sharp. Remember, the Dorian mode is made out of the second note of any scale, so it's made out of the G major scale. But we start on A, so there's an F sharp. So we sing the song and we find the notes like a la da dee. So is it going up? Is it going down? So some trained musicians will be easy, but for non-professional, maybe less easy. So you have to look. Is it da da? You find, okay, there's no da 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 da. So you find the whole song by ear. Da 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 dee, da dee. See the F sharp. Da da. So I'm gonna put the top view for you to really see my hands. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 da. Dee, da, da, dee, da, dee, da, da. Da, da, dee, da, dee, da, dee, da, dee, da, So the first thing to do is to find the melody by ear. Just sing it and try to get close as possible. Find a key where you're comfortable in your singing range, but also maybe a friendly key where there's not so many flats and sharps, so you can easily process with the chords. Now the second step is, what can I put on a bass? So in the time of Bach, the Johann Sebastian Bach, they were giving the composers only a bass line, and they had to harmonize this bass line, and they had to also maybe sometimes find a song to go, find a melody to go with it. So they were giving those figured bass, we were calling them, which became those lead sheets that we have today. So if we're in A, good chances that we're going to start on A and da, da, dee, da, da. And then I'm going on B. So what are the choices? I could go there, da, dee, da, da. Or there might be more than one choice. Da, da, dee, da, dee, da, 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 da. Maybe I prefer this one because that would be a G chord, so that note would fit in it. And then I could stay on that same A, or I could go, or I could go. It's for you to choose, you know, which one you like. My taste is this one. But I could have gone. You have to see which one you prefer, because you try to fit your note and that melody with the bass, that it will sound good. And when you're going to add up the chord, that your note in the right hand is most of the time part of the chord. And see, when you play a D chord, or a so to see, you know, you try different basses and you see which one you prefer. And then maybe not. There's more than one choice for each, and this is why arrangement is so nice, because you can change, you know, keep the same song, keep the same melody, but change the harmony of it, change the way you lay out the chords. So I proposed a way to do it, I proposed a way. My hands. So this A minor add 2 and G major add 2. So I always add a second with my 4th finger. And here sometimes I avoid playing it. Okay, so let's start. 1, 2, 3, 1. Break down this chord. So today I promised I would introduce you to the Beatles, Let It Be. So I prepared this nice board for you to know that if you're in the early stages of learning an instrument, any note that we play, you know, if we're playing the C scale, the C is the first note, so we put it in Roman numbers. And it's the first degree, we call it, and Ré or D is the second degree, or Mi and E is the third, and so on. So we use degrees for the rank of the note in the scale on which we're going to build a chord. So the verse of the Beatles, Let It Be, goes like it's a C chord, G chord, A minor, and F, followed by C, G, F, and C. So now let's show you on the workbook the chord progressions, so you'll be able to use it while I will show my hands first. I will put my hands first there, and then I will share the screen so you can see, the chord progression of the verse that we do twice, and then the chorus once, and then I put the degrees there, so we can only use this to play. So what do they represent? As the C chord would be this one here, Do chord, and then the G chord, the Sol chord, the A minor, and then the F. Okay, so G, A minor, and F. And this chord progression, 1, 5, if we take the first degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4. This chord progression is used like that's Adele, Someone Like You, or Can You Feel the Love Tonight? There are tons of songs written with 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression. So actually the Beatles used it in their first verse. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes progression, the first line here, this chord progression, or 1, 5, 6, 4, is very much used in pop music for writing songs. So what do you do with your, how do you play the Beatles chord progressions to make it interesting if you want to play in a party and sing along with friends? I suggest that you don't start with the root position, but you start with the second inversion. So you can just play chords solid. That's for beginners. So you can just play solid chords. So let's play them together. 3 and 4, da 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 da, da. G chord, A minor, F major, C, G, F, and here I go like this. I wanted to show you the Chopin Prelude Opus 28 number 4, so it's really well known. And you tell me what you see in my left hand. How is it working, this chord progression? Not necessarily, you don't have to name the chord progression, but how do you see the writing technique that Chopin is using and that most composers use? Changing one note at a time. Thank you, Sue. Okay, so that's what he's doing. And sometimes when I show my students, you know, how they can build their own chord progressions, because there's a whole module on how to compose on a four chord progression. But that is mainly with the degrees and stuff, but also, you know, inspired by this Chopin Prelude and other. You know, I was playing a Rachmaninoff the other day, and it's the same thing, moving one at a time. So it's a nice game to play and to discover how the sound can, you know, I'll start like Chopin, but then I'll do something else. I change the middle one. So I change either the top, the bottom, or the middle one. And I let my ear guide me. And then I can invent a melody.